One cut of many.
Hello everyone, Experiment here. So we go to the next round with Master Yi versus Lee Sin. Lee Sin's ability you maybe already know, as I played this champion in the previous videos. You can rest one rune to get a buff to a friendly unit. And he plays with the orange Lee Sin for 6 energy, get a 6 might unit, and you can accelerate him. Every unit that's buffed on the battlefield where he is gets +2 might. So I'm starting as usual with the Little Marslayer, I think is the name, where the units can't move back to base from this battlefield. And he starts with the Monastery, where you can remove a buff to draw a card. I decided to mulligan the White Flame and the Premost rank, because I want some early game that I draw with the Stalwart Poro. Then I go first and immediately play the Poro and then pass the turn back and I draw into a Deadbloom Predator. Not much needed at this point. We want some mid game. And he goes for a Wielder of Water. He just gets 2 might when he attacks or defends alone. That is a 2 might unit. So draw another Poro and go to the battlefield. The Monastery, get my first point. Now I have to decide if I want to ramp or just play another Poro, but decided to ramp one and draw one. Just that I get faster to the point where I can play the Deadbloom or Tasty that I draw from Find Your Center. So I think now I'm on 5 runes, and next turn I go to 7, so I can play the Master Yi or Tasty. And he already struggles with the Poro, because Poro defends with 5 points. So he plays the Arena Bar and wanted to buff his unit, but you can only buff a unit that's rested with the Arena Bar. But he could still buff it with Lee Sin. Then it would be an even trade, but I got 1 rune open. So maybe he's afraid that I got a buff on guard or something. But he decides to go to the Poro. So it's 5 on 5. He makes no action. I got no interaction, so they trade. And then he passes back to me. I go to 7, draw Clockwork, now decide to play a Poro and the first mate, so I don't need to recycle any runes for the Master Yi and still have some units on the board. But I decided to go for the Master Yi just to get the point advantage. And I got the Defender with 8 might. And next turn I'm still on 8 runes for the Deadbloom. I decided to recycle another for the Zonias. So now next turn I'm only on 7. And I can't play the Deadbloom. But my Master Yi is much more safe. Now I don't want him killed. So my opponent is now on 7, I think. Maybe he wants to play his Lee Sin, then buff them. Just go to the other battlefield. If he can't get over my Master Yi. I think that's already a weird position for him, with no units. So I decided to open my Nexus Knight pack. Meanwhile, I think it was my fourth pack or something from weeklies, and I didn't got any rune of that. But at least one student, that's a good hit. So he goes for 6, I think. And recycle 1 for the Udyr and buffs him with Arena Bar. Udyr got some very interesting abilities. You can remove one buff and then get the choice of 3 options. You can make him ready, give him ganking, or you can deal 2 damage to a unit. I think that was the 3 options. And then he decides to go to the lair, making him active. And he scores the first point. So maybe he's deciding to do something different. But no, buffs Udyr again and pass the turn back. So his Udyr is now 7. I should be back on 7 runes, I think. Yeah, because I recycled 2 last turn. Go for the clockwork, just to draw 1, see if I get some combat tricks, because my hand was full with just units and I wanted some combat tricks to interact with the board. Then decide to just spam my units that don't need to recycle any runes and leave 3 open. So next turn I can play the White Flame or the Dead Bloom. So he goes to 8 runes and got 2 points. Can now decide to move with the Udyr to my mastery. But the thing is, already know that I'm hiding a Zonias there, and he can't move back in the base. But he could do remove the buff, deal 2 damage, buff again, deal another 2 damage. Then maybe play another unit that can deal another 2 damage. So buff is Udyr again. Uses his ability for ganking. Move to my battlefield. So now it's 7 on 8 with 2 damage. I react with the Zonias just to protect my E and kill his Udyr. And now he can decide to maybe use a buff on the Udyr so he survives. Still, a lot of times there is a discussion about Zonias, how it works. He thought that he would go to the the trash immediately when you activate it. But yeah, I explained that if you activate it, it goes to base, and then when the trade happens, the unit dies. The Tsunias goes away and the unit dies. It might with 2 damage, and his unit was 7, so they trade. I think he thought that my might of my Master E was now 2 less because of the damage, but you can look at this with the might like it was a 8-6 unit from Magic the Gathering. If you deal damage, I explained that a lot to people that way. And if you do something like Stupefy, it goes from like a 6-6 to a 5-5. And with damage you just lose some defense and not offensive power. Just gonna play the monk and buff him, so he's now on 6. I think he's gonna pass back then. So I draw another unit. Man, I got no spells this game. But at least for now I don't need them anyway. So moving with the clockwork to 1 battlefield, go to 4. I think I'm gonna move with the master to the other battlefield. Then maybe play Tasty on the battlefield. Oh no, I move with the Poro. Go to 5. I think I played Tasty on the battlefield. Oh no, I played in the base. And passed the turn back. So I think my intention was just get the 2 points of the small units and keep the big units back. So I can then just kill his units when he tries to conquer the battlefields with a white flame and bigger units. Now he kills my Poro and he can decide to draw a card. I think he can do that for sure. Because of the arena bar, he can just buff his unit for free. Moves above, draw 1. Got still like 9 runes open. Buff his monk again, so he's back to 6. So I need at least something to kill his monk with the board he sees. 2, he plays another Poro on this battlefield and another Poro. So we now got 12, yeah, I think 12 on this battlefield. 13 might on this battlefield now. But I got the white flame, so I can go with 14 to this battlefield. Place a wielder in the base. He only got 1 card in the hand and 2 open. Oh no, he got 3 cards. 2 cards. 2 or 3 cards. So now I can decide if I want to play, just play the white flame and move then in, or move in first with another unit. But it looks like I'm going just go with the white flame and buff my Tasty. So he's 14 now. I buffed him because if he got some combat tricks and kill him, I still get some runes and draw a card, and then can still got my Master E for the next turn. I just play a Poro in the base and pass the turn back. So now he got one unit and needs to get both battlefields. He can easily go to the Clockwork battlefield, but the tasty is 8 might. I think that's a little bit harder. And I got enough units to just conquer both battlefields again. And I still got the Dead Bloom in my hand. So maybe go to game 2 here, or finds a way to get over my board. He tries again the arena bar for the wielder, but that's not possible. Goes in with 5 to my 4. He wins that battle and goes to 4 points. Then he's gonna play the set. I think he uses double buff for set. He used the buff to give him +4 might. He's now on 8. Maybe he got something to restand. He had the first mate restand. So I told him that he can use the arena bar again. Plays the first mate so he can buff him again, and then he's at 12 might. So now he's 12, and then play the first mate to ready the set, and then moves with 12 to my 8. My tasty dies, get 2 runes and draw a card. And he goes to 5 points. So now set ability, if he conquers he gets a buff, so he can just use that now to draw a card. That's what he does immediately. Oh, he got 3 runes left. I think I can conquer both battlefields. Now I draw a Discipline. I still got Sonia's in my hand, and Mastery and White Flame, and the Dead Bloom. So go back to my turn on 12 runes. I think I just play the Dead Bloom on one battlefield and then try to conquer the other. Go here with 9. Kill his set. I can draw a card because it was my winning point. Then I just move in with the Dead Bloom. That's 8 on 5. So even if he got a Discipline and on guard, I'm still got a Discipline too. As always, leave a like and a subscribe, and see you in the next video.